Still have a few seats left. In the mood?
Can I buy a ticket, please?
The Theatre Raleur awaits you behind those doors.
Thank you. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. I am your host, Aldridge T. Abington. Thank you. Yes, Aldridge T. Abington. Few men have had a career more crowded with incident and various intercourse with the world than I. During extensive travel through this and foreign lands, I have procured a show so fantastical, there exists nothing like it. Anywhere. In an effort to bring this entertainment to even the poorest dreamer of dreams, I have determined the ticket price should be very low, and the show held without a profit. To me, it's true. For it is blessing enough to bring these gifted artists to you. I discovered this next act in a tiny village in Italy. Truly the most exotic of places in the world. He was just a 10-year-old boy. I raised him. I bathed him. I shaved him from head to toe. He is truly a wonder to behold. Presenting Benjamin Lazarus!
Welcome to my incredible display of dark arts and mystical prowess, my dear ladies and gentlemen. Now, it's unfortunate fact that in this mortal coil we are all born to suffer from all manner of maladies in daily life. Who here has not had a friend or loved one near death's door from coal gas fumes, typhoid fever, diphtheria, or the bite of a rabid animal? The greatest wealth is your health. All the gold in the world cannot purchase it, and yet it is the most delicate and tenuous of all life's gifts. And nothing knocks down death's door faster than this. A man cannot outrun a bullet. Many fools have tried and failed in this endeavor, including the tonic salesman I caught bedding my wife. I joke. I assure you, he has met his maker and they are playing gin rummy among the molten lava of Hades. I have traveled all around the world, delighting young and old with all manner of feats of amazement, but none are as dangerous as what I am prepared to attempt tonight. I will hand this Didi Packenbush revolver over to my assistant and stand at considerable distance across the stage. She will point the revolver at my head and pull the trigger using lightning-quick reflexes taught to me by a tiny man I met in the distant Orient. I will catch the bullet in my teeth. Yes, my teeth. To prove that these are indeed live rounds, if my sharpshooting assistant would be so kind as to shoot this bottle of Lalicola off my head.
This is insane.
Off my head.
This is the best show I've seen.
Careful. I could do without a bullet in the brain right now.
Okay. Oh my God, come on.
Oh my God! Sweet Jesus. You all see this?
That bit always scares me. Now, observe as I, the great Benjamin Lazarus, will do what no man has ever done and cheat death as if it were nothing.
doing? What? Oh my God! This show is incredible!
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Let's do that again.
All right. Oh, I can't take it.
You're pulling my leg. This is a bunch of dang balderdash.
Ah, a skeptic. I'm Benjamin Lazarus. I assure you, I am not participating in some hoax or carnival ruse. These bullets are 100% real. In fact, I challenge any member of the audience to come forward with their own firearm, and I will yet again display my uncanny skill to catch a bullet in my teeth.
All right, let's go.
Fantastic. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I will prove to you I am the greatest entertainer to ever live and the only man who laughs at death. Now, ready? Take aim.
Oh, gonna fight is too much.
Incredible.
And fire. Let's not keep the audience waiting. Hurry up! What are you waiting for?
Okay, okay. If nobody else is gonna expose this phony, then I will.
Take aim. And fire.
Oh, gonna fight is too much.
Okay.
Dang it.
Believe, ladies and gentlemen, is just an illusion after all.
This is it. Thank you.
Yes! Yes! Truly a feat of incredibility. I told you that boy would bring you all manner of personal satisfaction. He certainly does me.
Bring it!
Ladies and gentlemen, I will prove to you I am the greatest entertainer to ever live and the only man who laughs at death. Now, ready? Take aim.
Oh, gonna fight is too much.
Incredible.
And fire.
Oh my God.
You were
Looks
supposed
like
to
you
shoot
ain't
me
so
in my
magic,
head.
huh?
You bloody idiot! I don't have teeth there! I'm not a Venus flytrap! God, that hurts! You absolute pillock! Son off, all of you!
He's just fine. He is fine. Please be calm. It's just entertainment anyway. Oh, wonderful. Yes, it's all like it's a bit like a lynching, only less American. Marvelous stuff. Marvelous. Now, I discovered this next remarkable woman in a lost jungle, deep in the wilds of Colombia, where they do not wear clothes. She breathes fire. Yes, she does. And for those with the universal and not unworthy curiosity, yes, I can attest, she does emit fire from almost every orifice in her body. Presenting Antoinette Sanseverino! Oh, wonderful. Oh, incredible. It's still hot in here, huh? Incredible. Bravo. Though I must warn you, court her at your peril. She'll not nurse babies, she'd turn them into bacon. Thank you. Thank you. He liked that joke. Yes.
Enough of this crazy fire!
Oh, no. Goodness, my goodness! That man's hat was alight! Antoinette Sanseverino, she's really something, isn't she, huh? She's certainly singed the better elements of my manliness. Oh, thank you. I discovered this next woman in the kingdom of Poland, where she sang by the roadside, subsisting on coppers tossed at her feet. Miss Robyn Koninsky.
Hello. Thanks for joining us today. This here is a new song about a so-called modern improvement you may have become aware of called the telephone. This new machine will carry a facsimile of your voice from Blackwater to Valentine to Saint Denis, and they propose to distribute them to all manner of places so that no matter where you are, somebody is looking for you. A wise man prayed that one day we may all eventually be gathered together in a heaven of everlasting rest and peace and bliss, except for the inventor of the telephone, because someone is always calling, saying, hello, hello. I've got a little baby, but he's out of sight. I talk to him across the telephone. I can't see my honey, but he's mine all right. This gal just can't leave a man alone. Every single morning you will hear me yell. Hey, Central, fix me up along the line. They connect me with my honey and I ring that bell. And this is what I say to baby mine. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you'll lose me. Then you'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own. Hello? Your wife from Blackwater calling. Hello? This morning through the phone they said he'd been with Bess and told me exactly where he's at. Now I'm headed out of town to his address. That man better hold on to his hat. I sure do worry that the wires might get crossed and it will separate me from my baby mine. Then
Oh, what a fine tune. She is a siren, singing from the rocks as men bash into them to their doom. Thank you for joining me for tonight's entertainment. I hope it has delayed for at least a moment the crushing and remorseless misery of this mortal coil. Good night, dream well, and come back soon.
This is great.
Ticket for one, please.
Head straight through those double doors.
Thank you! Thank you, hello! Greetings! Thank you for your obeisance. Truly,
All right.
I am Aldridge T. Abington, tasked with bringing you the greatest show in Saint Denis, or for that matter, the whole world. I have the foresight and fortitude to bring you acts that, when exhibited together, comprise the most amusing actors, captivating performers, and feats of amazement for your emotional, spiritual, and psychological enhancement. My delight in acquisitiveness began at an early age, when I was the proprietor of a tiny dog circus, which tragically perished in a tavern fire. Yes, thank you. Oh, my little babies. But that's another story. Let us prepare now for a phenomenal evening.
Afraid I can't offer
All my
refunds
time
for
in
early
France,
departures.
I met these lovely girls who would dance and expose their bloopers for a piece of molasses candy. Oh, what a delight. I bring you the girls of Petit Flaneur in Gay Paris. majestic! Have you ever seen such a thing? I'm all a quiver, I can tell you. I bring you the most incredible singer of serpents this side of the swamp. From La Grasse she is, speaking in that battered tongue, but bringing us a show unlike any other. The mysterious Maya.
All right, then.
Is that poisonous?
I know how to dance with a snake, too.
She's good with that. Would that be you want gun? Leave me alone. I'll holler about one I will kill you.
That is just something.
I like this kind of place.
Come on, that's no way to handle it. You are crazy, lady.
Please stop that gaki.
I see his mistress. It's truly unbelievable. Crunch on that front one every damn night. Holy cow!
That snake loves you.
Get him home, he's a mess.
Yeah, honey, kiss that snake. Yeah, snake lady.
This is all. You're beautiful.
Whoa! Amazing! If only Eve danced so well with her devil, maybe humanity would still live in a garden of innocent grandeur rather than a pit of depravity and despair.
Yeah, honey, kiss that snake.
Turn that snake into boots.
Don't hit her. She's gonna live.
Oh, my goodness! I assure you, she's fine. She has lain with snakes for many moons, much like the president.
Bite her and get it over with.
Now hold on. She's gonna French kiss that snake.
Just bite her already.
Oh my God, that snake is burning. Shit, someone kill that snake before it bites
Oh, goodness. Yes, do not worry, ladies and gentlemen. It is quite easy to suck the venom out of a woman. I have done it several times. While traveling in the hills of Bavaria, my olfactories were disturbed by a monstrous manure cart in front of me. I was surprised to find it wasn't pulled by a beast of burden, but instead by a mighty woman as strong as an ox. I present to you the great Hortensia. Incredible! I hear that all the women of Bavaria undertake that very ritual on their wedding night. Dear Lord, she's fine, ladies and gentlemen. She has a very strong constitution. I once saw her stop a charging bull with her chest. Yes, an odd mating ritual, but each to his own. It has been my pleasure entertaining you this evening. Each day is one less until our last. Distraction is our greatest joy. Good night, until next time. Greetings, gentle folk. Welcome to my show. I am Aldridge T. Abington, bringer of daily entertainment that will enchant you. I have traveled the world, seeking delights and amusements, visiting every city, town, hamlet, and village of importance. I have seen dogs that can fly, monkeys that can sew, and a half-man that, despite being an addle-headed fop, could juggle and please a harem at the same time. It's true! Now, let's get down to it. I am honored to present to you the greatest escape artist ever to live. Compositions have been written about his incredible feats of wonderment. I cannot delay this congregation one more second of experiencing the phenomenal display of the one and only Benjamin Lazarus!
Ladies and gentlemen, I am the remarkable Benjamin Lazarus, the most incredible entertainer the world has ever seen. I have delighted concert saloons, variety theaters, and dime museums. I have just returned from London, where audiences stood riveted for an entire hour as I attempted to escape a pair of handcuffs. Yes, I am the king of handcuffs. But tonight, as promised in the stories you've read in the newspaper, I will introduce my latest invention. This steamer trunk of death. Now, you are aware I can escape from any contraption. In fact, I offer $10 to anyone who can fashion a device that can hold me. $10! Right. That's a week's wages. A piano maker has tried and failed. Why, I even went to the sheriff and dared him to lock me in jail so I could escape. He wouldn't do it. I performed jail escapes completely without clothes, and he still declined, knowing that no jail can hold me. Oh my God. Let me thoroughly explain my apparatus. It is a specially made steamer trunk manufactured in Pittsburgh. It contains 3 impenetrable locks, reinforced steel bands, and inside are razor-sharp daggers that forbid me to move even 1 inch. Finally, my assistant will place this device over my face that will not allow me to breathe. I can hold my breath longer than anyone in the world, but I cannot hold it forever. Now, I do not foresee any accident happening, but we know in life accidents do happen. Babies arrive, bones are broken from a horse kick, worse, are started. This is my most dangerous escape yet, and should anything go wrong while I am attempting to escape and it is impossible for me to breathe, let me assure you my assistant is trained in case of an emergency and will rush in with an axe to save my life. I pray that does not have to happen. Now, I encourage you to hold your breath with me as I enter this steamer trunk of death. But I ask you, is it a case or a casket?
Oh my God, I can't watch. Oh God, careful.
Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. Yes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Remember, time and space are just an illusion. Death can't be cheated.
How did he do it? Oh, Oh, incredible! Thank you for your positive accolades. I put on an incredible show, don't I? Incredulous, awe-inspiring. I encourage any man in this audience who has a high opinion of himself to square off with our next act. She is the strongest woman alive. Whoa. Presenting Miss Hortensia from the deepest of Bavaria.
From New York to San Francisco to Blackwater. No man can defeat me. Many have tried, and all have failed. Is there any man in this audience who thinks he can take me on? I will make you the laughing stock of this town. Come up on this stage and fight me. Get up here! Will no one accept my challenge? Step! Ah! My next victim! Take your best shot!
Sure how man does it! Oh, no, easy on you, lady.
Good evening! Hello, yes, thank you. I am, as you well know, Aldridge T. Abington. My prosperous career as the greatest showman on Earth is well known from Russia to France, and especially London, where I receive very warm acknowledgement and once entertained the great Queen herself in a manner I cannot discuss further. Yes, you are about to witness the grandest of shows. Up next, a goddess of fire. Her dance will mesmerize you and drive a sharp bargain for your soul. Antoinette Sanseverino.
This lady is crazy.
You'll burn the whole place down.
Do more. Get her off the stage.
Anyway, I met this next remarkable lady on a steamer bound for Morocco, where they have the queerest and most delightful tobaccos one should ever partake in. She is unrivaled with a sword, and her dance will captivate you. The mysterious Maya.
Hey, you want to see my sword, lady? That girl sure is good with a sword. Come on. Man, she's good with that. She's a real beauty. I like this exotic lady. I'm gonna make her my wife.
That thing ain't sharp.
Lovely! Isn't she lovely? The thighs of an angel. The charms of the devil. This next act has divided audiences around the world. He is the greatest magician alive, especially as many have died attempting feats of escape. Presenting Benjamin Lazarus.
Thank you, Madame and Monsieur. Thank you all. I am the great Benjamin Lazarus, cheater of death, revealer of truth, and without a doubt, the world's finest escape artist. Death, madness, it is all around us. A beautiful wife of 14 years old suddenly dies of colic and pleurisy. A wealthy man goes mad and hacks his family to bits. Why? The mind is weak, and yet it imprisons us all. Tonics and liquors keep the spirit buoyant as we all suffer all kinds of maladies in this life. These days, you are just as likely to die a man of 12 years old as you are a man of 42 or more. Now, you can easily ascertain by simple observation that those who live to an old age are not from the wealthier classes. Midnight banquets of highly seasoned food and champagne are not invigorating influences. They are excesses that promote premature decay. A decay that begins first in here, in the mind. You may have heard that in the mental wards of asylums, they keep the most violent and insane patients in a straight jacket. A piece of clothing used to restrain them so they don't injure themselves or others. It was invented in France 110 years ago. And tonight, you may deem me as suffering from some lunacy, as I am going to undress. And my assistant will put me inside this straight jacket. Jesus. Yes. Very good. I shall stand on this wooden stool and attempt to break free. However, I must be careful, as I will have this hangman's noose around my neck while doing so. Surely, no man alive can escape such a prison. Well, no man apart from me. Now, this jacket is tightly sewn and composed of cloth that cannot be ripped by the wearer.
My God!
I am completely bound and unable to move. I must warn any women present who are prone to hysteria, fainting, or the vapors. They may not want to watch me attempt this escape, as it could end in my certain death. And as we all know, watching a man hang is not the best entertainment. Music, please. Stay still. No one disturb me. Right.
He hung himself after all. Go on, try that noose.
Wasn't that amusing? Quite the practical joker he is. Why would we hang a man for amusement? Ridiculous! What an incredible night. I pray that you won't remember this evening for as long as you live, or at least until tomorrow, when you might die of smallpox anyway. Good night, Saint Denis.